that month that the benefits were stolen from me, I checked the EBT card. I normally don't check it at 12 o'clock at night because I'm not up that time of the night. But when I did check it, I noticed that the whole transaction amount was gone, which was $1,500.
Shaquita Walker, a student and mother of 4, utilizes benefit programs to support herself and her family. These benefits have been stolen 5 times.
I felt awful. I started to go into depression mode and anxiety because I didn't understand why did this happen again.
It's because these thieves are very savvy at putting skimming devices on a point-of-sale device, and they can do it within under 2 minutes. While they sit in the parking lot with their laptop, once the EBT card is swiped, the information is electronically stolen. So quickly, the thieves can quickly put the device on any point-of-sale device.
EBT stands for Electronic Benefit Transfer, which is another way for California to offer public assistance to those in need.
It's very similar to a debit card, so it can be used at any locations that take EBT cards or at an ATM as well if they are eligible to programs such as General Relief or CalWorks, which is a cash program, different from CalFresh, which is a food nutrition program.
2 main benefit programs are targeted by scammers. CalFresh provides funds for fresh food, while CalWorks provides cash to low-income families and individuals. Shaquita is not alone in losing her benefits. Another single mother, who chose not to share her name, experienced fraud twice.
Well, I felt really violated and I felt victimized, because why me? What did I do? And I was like, well, then I started going back well, where did I use my card? What did I do different this time? And I blame myself. Automatically, you start blaming yourself. Dang, how could I have been so stupid to use that ATM? This happened to me 2 months in a row. I'm hoping right now that they'll actually replace my benefits.
Many rely on these benefit programs to support their families. 300,000 families utilize CalWorks, and 2.8 million families use CalFresh.
What a lot of people don't realize is that there is food insecurity. There are people that are struggling to have consistent access to nutritious food in Orange County. We have our sports teams here. We have Disneyland, the happiest place on earth, and people don't think about those who are food insecure.
Scammers are targeting those who need these funds most. Experts project that if nothing changes, $100 million will be stolen each year. Lena Silver is a leading advocate for this issue.
There isn't really enough light or enough voice behind these folks, and these are, the most financially vulnerable people in our community, and it's just really mind-boggling that they're facing the least consumer protection. So I find it extremely infuriating and disheartening because this has been a known problem and a known vulnerability for many, many years.
The government is failing by allowing these skimmers to keep getting away with this horrible crime that's going on. They're not willing to compensate people fast enough. They're not willing to do a full investigation of really what's going on.
Government agencies do not always believe victims who have been repeatedly scammed.
If you're skimmed more than 3 times in 12 months, which is a very common occurrence, there's an automatic referral to be investigated by the fraud department at the welfare office yourself. There's this presumption that if you're skimmed so many times, maybe you're doing something wrong or you're in cahoots.
It took about 4 months for me to get the money back. They were investigating me. They start sending me letters in the mail stating that you have been a fraud too many times. You have been a part of this too many times. We're going to start investigating you. I'm like, do whatever you got to do, but just give me my money back because it's helping me and my children.
The existing system requires victims of EBT theft to fill out extensive paperwork, while social services must sort through each individual claim.
Being a student and having to do all the paperwork, which is a lot, trying to juggle everything, it has just been a nightmare.
My colleagues and I, we have been processing these claims due to the theft, hundreds, easily thousands in Orange County alone.
The process to get reimbursed can be so complex that one mother even lost her home.
replacing our money does nothing if it happens again next month. Now I have to go through the same process again. How many times are my bill people going to want to hear, sorry, it's going to take a couple extra days to pay my bills? They're not going to want to hear that but so many times.
If y'all have plans, it's time to implement them. It's time to implement them because, I mean, if not, you're complicit.
And sometimes I just lose it and fall into, again, anxiety and depression. My main focus is my children and making sure I keep a roof over their head and bills and things like that paid.
Advocates continue to push the state to take action to prevent these thefts from happening. Meanwhile, those who experience EBT theft wait for justice to be served. I'm Ruthie Weeks for Chapman News.